Hey Uber, I got a story that you might want to hear about. Now, there's a woman by the name of Abby Nicole on TikTok who uploaded her experience in the back of an Uber car. Check it out.
What's the problem?
I will call the police. It's okay.
Call the police for what?
Because I don't want you in my car.
Because I asked you to turn the AC down?
And that's part of the reason.
And then what's the other reason?
The other reason is you said come through the gate. All the gates are locked.
There's a call button.
And we're not going to even discuss it
I get picked
further.
up here all the time.
We're not going to discuss any further.
You're weird. It's giving racist.
So are you.
You're racist. That's what it is.
Get out.
Oh, you're a because I'm a what? Because I'm a
Because you're acting like
because
one.
I'm a because you're kicking me out because I asked you to turn the AC down and you're my driver.
No.
I'm a right? Say it again.
I'm not saying
Go ahead,
nothing.
say it again.
No.
You're mad.
So as you saw there, there was a little bit of an exchange between her and the white Uber driver. She said all she asked him to do was turn the air down because it was blowing in her face. And he asked her to get out of the car. And she says, why? Because I asked you to turn down the air. And, he says, that's part of it. And then she says, well, what else? It's because you asked me to go through a gate and it was locked and all of that. And of course, he dropped the N-word. Of course, we bleeped it out and they had a, pretty colorful exchange there. Now, she also said once she got out of the car and was trying to get her belongings, he tried to hit her with the car. Now, that's also a no-no. So, Uber, if you're seeing this, and I know that you've been tagged a copious amount of times in this particular story, you need to do something about him. He does not need to be chauffeuring anybody around with his bad attitude. Now, we've heard a lot of stories about Uber drivers being racist and not wanting black people in their cars. It's almost like the stories that we've heard, especially out of New York City, where taxi drivers would just pass up black passengers and then in a lot of cases go right to the, a white passenger who was waiting to be picked up. And so a lot of those drivers have probably just moved out of the taxi cabs into their own personal vehicles where they really feel emboldened to, kick black people out of their cars. And my thing is, for the most part, when Uber drivers pick up the ride, they can see who's getting the ride, who they are, what color and all that. So it's like you show up to the, ride or whatever and pick them up and then decide you don't want to give them a ride. Now I want to play devil's advocate here. Maybe, I'm not saying she was, but maybe she was rude or whatever and he didn't like it. But it's like, how did you get to the point to where you call her the N-word? How did you get to that point? Because there's a lot of other things you could have said to her other than that. And so I tend to just think that he didn't want a black person in his car, but he got caught because she filmed him, and he didn't want to repeat the word again. But yeah, hopefully by the time that y'all see this, Uber has made a move in getting rid of that guy. And she also put up his license plate, which I won't do. But so it won't be hard to find out who he is. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.